I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and all the Akiyam out there that be pushing this truth, but nothing but sincerity in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. Now, I was reading this article yesterday, well, actually last night, about this Tesla, that crashed and two people having to die in this thing, and you see this guy Musk though. I seen. Uh, I think he had a interview, well, not interview, but well, he was getting interviewed by this guy, then Joe Rogan, and he pretty much told him like, yeah, these Teslas they could pretty much drive themselves in other ways. And well, these two people, I guess, when what happened is when they found them dead, there was no one on the driver's side, so most likely they put it in autopilot and they just let it drive by itself. But you see, this thing that happened was that both it crashed and they both died from this thing. And I don't know what was going through their mind though, but the Most High set it up to be that way, and that's the thing about it though. So I think it's getting the I think this guy Musk is getting the backlash about it though. Um, what he said, but he says clearly say he denies autopilot use. But I've seen this clip though, and he does say though, oh, pretty much, these Teslas could drive themselves, but I don't know why he denies it though when it's proof right there. But you know what, this guy is has a lot of money. He could pay his way out of this, and yeah, he'll just get a little backlash, whatever. So, but the thing about it, he'll pay it off though. He could pay away his this thing, he'll make it go away, and that's how it is having that much money though. These devils. And I was actually talking to the Octo last week though about how Esau always creates these devices and all these things though that people die from. Going back to, and this is actually a conversation that me and him were actually having though about going back though, who's the one that created these guns, these rifles? Because it wasn't us Israelites. We didn't create no rifles, weapons. Esau. And how many deaths behind it has it been since Esau created these guns and rifles? You talk about the millions and probably trillions and I mean billions, and who knows how many deaths there are by the gun, by this device. And then let's say too, I think I said airplanes and cars. How many people have car crashes though? How many planes have been crashed before? It's been a lot of car crashes too. It's also, but like I said, going back, we didn't create those things, devices. It was Esau. So, and then too, cell phones. These cell phones. What they do is these. Oh, well, people are dying most of the time. Is these jakes. They put their location where they at and flash money, and boom, they get killed. It's been a lot of cases like that that's been happening. That these jakes they put where they at social media, they flash money, they get robbed, or they get taken out of the car and shot up and things like that. But you see, this phone, it's also a device though. And who created it though? Esau. So you gotta think back too. It wasn't us though. And the mark, I mean, it's like a MOB. Who can create that? So it ain't us though. It's Esau that be creating all these things though. That been taking down, us people too. So device, that word device, it's a thing is something to do with, something you use for thing like that. But let me look it up real quick. I think I already have it here. Device, something you use. It's right there. Let's see. Oh, see, there it is. It says an instrumentally invented for a particular purpose. You see, and it says any clever maneuver. So, see, an invented for a particular purpose. See, what are guns for? So they will say to protect yourself, but what do guns do? Kill people. What do cars do? Yeah, they take you point A to point B, But between that, could crash these phones too, right? You could have them, and then what? Too, they could get brain cancer or from having these phones too all the time though. That's why I don't. I used to when I used to put the alarm. I used to always have the this phone. Well, not this phone in particular, but I used to have the phones right there by my bed though, and I just to leave them right there for the alarm though. But man, just getting knowledge and understanding though. I put my phone away though. Sometimes I don't even have it in my room no more. So now I got actually an old school like not old school, but it's like an alarm clock, digital one. Have it right there by my head. Oh, not by my head, but just by me though, so I could hear it though. That's my alarm. Literally, I don't use my phone no more as an alarm no more because like I said, things do happen though. You can't really with all this technology I'll be creating though. You just never know. So get a couple precepts though, real quick. It says, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan shall get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his device," and we're not. Even though we have this type of things though, but we're not ignorant of his devices. We know like the phone. It has its advantages also too, but we're not dumb enough to flash money and put our location like these other jakes though. These devices that Esau has. Oh, two, the guns. We don't carry guns though. We don't be doing those type of shenanigans. We don't have to be carrying guns though. And I think there's a preset about that our warfare is not warfare is not carnal. I think it's in the book of Corinthians too, if I remember though. Yeah, I think it's in the book of Corinthians too where it tells you that though. See, look at for the weapons of our wherefore are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. You see, that's the thing. We don't need all these things though. We don't need all that. Spiritually wise, we're strong though. We don't need a gun. We don't need those type of devices or things like that. Spiritually, we depend on the Most High, and that's how it's supposed to be done. So we don't need none of those devices, no things from Esau we created. So like I said, last video I said, people depend on this government though, and Esau's their daddy though, and we don't want to be depending. We don't want to be dependent on this man. The Most High. We lean against the Most High. As much as we can, and we will. So that's the thing. We don't want to get caught up in these devices though. That most likely, it's gonna be the MOB next, and then I want to get a Matthews 4:10. It says, "Then saith Jehoshaphat unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Most High, thy power, and him only thou shalt serve." You see, we don't want to be serving this devil. The hell you get out of serving this devil? You don't get nothing though. That's why all these celebrities get blackballed or whatever that word's called. When they don't want to do as the white man says though, and next thing you know, they look at Dave Chappelle and all them. Look at the music industry though. They want to do it their way though, not the Jake's ways though. So that's the thing about it though. We ain't gonna worship this Satan, and that's the thing. When we say Satan, we're not talking about the spiritual one. But people just look at it as like, oh, he's talking about horns and tail wagging and things like that. Nah, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about the Esau though. That's who we want to serve the Most High to our best to our ability. So what it says right there, thou shalt worship the Most High, thy power, and him only thou shalt serve. And that's what we want to do. That's why we get up though, we give a prayer though. We think about Most High, outside all the time, and try. I know I try to do the best of my ability, and because it just doesn't feel right, giving some prayers as much as you can throughout the day, you know? Just wouldn't feel right if I didn't give a prayer at least through the day. It just doesn't feel right. So that's why I said we, at GMS, we um, try to best ability though, you know? So I want to get a first book of Peter 5 and 8, and it says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walked about seeking whom he may devour." And that's true though, because this devil, you just never know, and like I said, these jakes in the music industry, they get in and they think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this money. They promise you this, promise you that, but here comes the devil with this contract and pen. He's like, oh, just sign here, sign away your rights, and then boom, they got you right there. And that's how it is, though. This devil, like I said, is walking about seeking who he may devour. Just wants to see your potential, what you got, for them to take it away. They'll snatch it up real quick, though, too. And that's the way it is, though. That's what put that put that video up a couple days ago. How they went to that foreign place, though, and then how they started giving them the indigenous people food, and next thing you know, they were eating their food, and indigenous people started getting sick, though, and next thing you know, Esau was right there. Oh, I actually got a shot for that. People died. She said it though. That lady though, people died, and what that lady do? She went back to eating how she used to, and she started getting actually better and better though. She even said, I think she felt guilty for eating was it cupcakes or bread, or I forgot what it was though. But she said that she didn't feel guilty, that she felt shame that she was eating that. And that's how we're supposed to actually, feel. Eating all these sugar things that are bad for your body. We're supposed to feel like that. We're supposed to feel like even the pork and shrimp and all that nasty stuff. You're supposed to feel guilty and ashamed for eating that though. But people don't look at it like how we do. So they're just going to continue to do what the hell they're going to do. And we're going to do what we have to do, but the right way. So they say, well, watch out for Esau though, because it come like a roaring lion though, just with that pen and paper too, making you want to sign shit though, but don't sign shit. Just sign a check and just get out of here. That's it. So, because that's the thing, Esau thinks he has every right to do what the hell they want to do. He really does though. He feels like he has the right to do what the hell he wants though, because he thinks he owns his land and with things like that, And actually, I think it was a couple of days ago, I was telling someone though, it's like I was telling them I was these Jewish people, or so-called, that live in the land right now, Jerusalem and out there in Israel, they ain't the right people. And he told me, he was he looked at me like, what do you mean? So I see that he gave me that look, and I was like, look, right now those people have they're Orthodox, is that they're waiting for the Messiah. They believe, that Yahushua was the person in the Bible, and that was it. That he was just someone that walked the water and left it, and that was it. But I told him no, something real important though. He was really something real important, and those people over there, they ain't the right people though. They're waiting for the Messiah to come, so they're doing what all kinds of wickedness and things that they're not, people supposed to be doing though, but they're still gonna do it though. They think they're living right though. That's their Orthodox, which is way off though. But anyway, saying what I was saying was that I told him about the 70 AD Roman siege and how all that happened. Like them Romans burned everything down. They burned shit down, and he knew that. So then I told him, well, how about this? How about here in America? These, people, they claim to be Americans. But you gotta remember this shit too. Before them, it was, Tribe of Gad. Well, I didn't tell him that, the Tribe of Gad. So he was all, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah. So I'm all, take it back 600 years ago. Take it back 700 years ago. Were they roaming around here? And he was all, nope. Exactly though. So how is people gonna claim they're the actual people though? But in reality, there was people before them. The tribe of Gad was here before they even came over here. So they're off though. So I had, how that guy thinking, and I don't know, he was like soaking it in and things like that. But I just had to tell him, I had to tell him. But the guy had to go. I think. Well, I had to go actually though. I had to go, and so that's the thing, because you know I actually have this book here right here. Show you guys. You guys always real quick though when it's a etymology book I've been reading and has its history too, and it's real good. Recommend it. And where does it says? Okay, here it is. You see where it's the right here? IT. It says one connected with. Right? It says IT. That's the suffix. One connected with, right? And I think it also means habitat and habitat of. So bear with me though. Slovakia. 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 It was just somewhere where it said, well, it was the prefix and it was a suffix put together though. Oh, damn, wish I found it though. Slovakia though. Slovakia. Yeah, Slovakia about that though, but yeah, well, what I showed you was IT and it's just connected with and habitat of, and it had it had a like a example. So it was Israel apart, and it was I apart. Put it together, it was Israel, habitat of Israel. You know, so that's the thing about it though. So, anyways, going back to what I'm talking about, if you gotta go back though, you gotta go back way back though. Anyone could claim that they live somewhere that's the home though. It's like me going to someone's house and kicking them out though, and then someone comes and knocks though, and I tell them, well, this is my house. I live here though. What about the person that lived here before? Oh, he don't live. I live here now. So you know what I mean? That's how pretty much how Esau is though. So let me get this last one real quick though. So I'll get about earlier, or not just right now though. Trying to find that page. This is Revelation 16:2, and it says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them with worship his image. So that's pretty much saying though. You have that, you're gonna get destroyed. This device that Esau created though. You have this device, on your body though. That's it. You know. So with this one, I just want to say, avoid the device though that Esau created that killed millions people though. So with this one, I'll say is Shalom.